Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Sweet Fuse at your side, along Subaru Shidou's route. We just finished off the night after our last attraction, which was the shopping mall, so we're heading to bed and getting ready to start the next day. And we've been making some progress with Shidou. We're calling him by his first name, and he touched our hair! Woohoo! So let's see what's coming up next. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I'm still a bit tense. I climbed back into bed as soon as I got to my room, and it was only then that I remembered Mai would be spending the night with Shirabe, not me. With her daddy for once, huh? Mitarashi had actually suggested it, apparently. I hope they have a good time. My heart was still racing. I closed my eyes in the futile hope that sleep would calm me down. There were 2 days left. I'm going to work hard tomorrow to save everyone. Gonna do my best. Oh, not this again. On that night, my life ground to a halt. Oh my, it's really late.
Yeah, it took us longer than I thought. Looks like traffic's cleared up though.
I know, it's a little odd, don't you think? I wonder if something's happened.
What's going on here? I don't see any other cars.
Look out!
What the?
What's going on? Get down! It's going to be okay! So bright! So reminds me of Jigsaw. In certain ways, but this is just revenge, not that interesting, making people improve their lives kind of thing, redeem themselves. The 6th day dawned, and I headed to the lobby after finishing my breakfast like usual. Everyone else was already there. Mitarashi, are you feeling better now?
Sorry about making you guys worry. My fever's all gone now though. Never felt better.
Yeah, your fever maybe, but the rest of your injuries shouldn't. He thumped his chest and grinned. He should flinch when he thumped his chest. That's great. I glanced over at Mai to see her wrapped around her father's leg. Awesome! They're actually starting to look like a father and daughter. It was so cute. Urabe caught my eye and smiled gratefully at me. So, is Mai actually going to come with us then, or is somebody going to stay behind and babysit her? Good morning. Or are we actually going to let the piglets babysit her? I smiled back happily.
We haven't gone into a game with all 7 of us since the hospital.
Right. I felt better going into one of these dangerous games when all of us are here and trying to solve it together. And this was all because Subaru keeps us focused on getting out of here. No one had actually said it, but I felt like all of us looked up to him as a sort of leader. I'm sure today is going to be tough, but together we can do it. We asked the piglets to watch over Mai, then headed off to the plaza. I'm not so sure I would trust them with her. I mean, it probably is okay, but I'd be really worried about that. I mean, you're asking strangers to watch your kid. Strangers working for a diabolical madman, at that.
Well, how about that? All of you are here together this time.
No thanks to you. The Count appeared to be genuinely amused when he saw us. But he was furious with us after the last game, worse than I'd ever seen him. How is he suddenly in such a good mood? Can I get mad at him again? I swallowed. There could only be one reason he was so happy. He had something particularly horrible in mind for us.
We've almost made it through all the games, and if your luck holds, this'll soon be over. Hope you kept all your rewards, oink oink.
Well, we didn't get one of them.
What's up with those notes? Oh, you don't know. They're only what you want to know most of all. Ayumu, Shirabe, don't you have any ideas?
Hogstein rounded on Shirabe, a glint in his eye. Were they a date or the bus number or something?
Nothing concrete, but after we got that last one, the old noggin finally connected some things.
What? You know what they mean?
First code's sun seemed to be about our actual sun, but it was really referencing Sunday. Put that with all the other notes, and only one thing made sense. The date of the bus crash, and the bus number. Wait, what bus? What the hell are you guys talking about?
That's right, we never told him. Mitarashi didn't know that Shirabe was investigating that case. Aw, poor guy's been left out of the loop.
Can you draw a conclusion from that information? Any ideas on what the clues point to?
Mitarashi looked a bit disgruntled at being ignored.
Unfortunately, I'm stumped.
Oink oink! I have big news! If you manage to clear today's attraction, I will personally give you the reward, if you figure it all out from that. I'll turn myself in! Of course, that means the game will end, and all the hostages will be released. Surprise!
But that's not going to happen because there's one more attraction and they're going to make us go through it, aren't they?
So, excited?
Really?
Oh, there's gotta be a catch somewhere.
Of course. You're talking to Hogstein after all.
Oink oink! Believe me if you want, or don't. I don't care either way. I'll see you later.
The screen winked out. We barely noticed, too stunned by Hogstein's announcement.
Okay, hold on. Is he saying all we have to do is clear the game today? Alright, I've been out of action for too long. My body's raring to go. Let's kick some ass. What do you say? Wait. Huh?
Mitarashi frowned.
You're not going anywhere.
What? Why do we bring him along if you're not going to let him come? What? Why?
I think he knows.
What?
No, buddy. I don't think I do.
Mitarashi glared furiously at Subaru, but was met with a steely, determined gaze. What the heck, did he just punch him?
Ugh.
Subaru pushed on Mitarashi's chest with one finger. Mitarashi flailed his arms wildly and landed hard on his back. Yep, he's still very, very injured.
You can barely stand. Your balance is shot. And God knows what else. I don't think you're nearly as recovered as you say you are.
Then why'd you let him get off the boat?
Damn it. Just when we're all back together again.
Mitarashi punched the ground. I laid a hand on his shoulder. Please, don't push yourself. You should go back and rest.
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh. What if the boat already left? Was he have to sit at the dock all day? He wasn't pleased about it, but I could see he knew arguing wasn't going to get him anywhere. I don't like that he's having to sit out so much of this, but, I mean, it does make sense. He took some pretty big injuries.
Well, I'll be damned. I didn't notice a thing. Pretty sharp eye you got there, detective.
It was obvious that type of injury couldn't have healed as fast as he wanted us to think.
That's what I thought too. But I thought it was the magic of video games. That was incredible. We said our goodbyes to Mitarashi and followed a piglet to the day's attraction. What will it be today? Anything really weird? Tree houses? So, do you think what he said is true? Who, Hogstein? Yeah, he said he'd totally turn himself in if we figured out the clues after today's game.
I don't know if I trust a word he says anymore. He likely thinks we'll never guess, or just getting a kick out of dangling the carrot in front of us. Are you too sure you don't know anything about the bus crash?
I don't know anything about a bus accident. I mean, it was what, something like 10 years ago, right? Yeah, you would have been real little.
Close. 12 now.
Well then, I would have only been 5.
I already said before, I don't remember anything.
That was all over the news back then.
I think Mayoshi's kinda young too, isn't he?
So, about today's attraction.
Wait, did Mayoshi just change the subject? Aha, he does know something.
It's based off the rhythm game, Band Animal Family, where you play music as an animal character in a band. 8 people could play at one time, which made it a super popular party game.
So, Guitar Hero. Is he talking faster than he normally does? You're acting suspicious, Mayoshi. What are you hiding, Ninja Boy? As we came up to the building, we realized it looked like a giant tree. Around it were plants with instruments growing on them. Cute little animals were playing at the entrance.
It's party time! Let the music flow through you! Become an animal!
The PA system's hiss cut off.
Don't let their appearance fool you. Keep your guard up and pay attention.
Right! Just like before, a piglet led the way as we stepped inside. We passed down a dark hallway, and at the end there was something like a studio with chairs and instruments in various spots. A big screen hung in the back of the room. Music notes are streaming from the right side of the screen to the left.
Not good. I've never touched an instrument in my life.
Shirabe groaned. Well, this is gonna have to be Wakasa's gig.
I think I'll be alright. It works like a rhythm game, so just keep watching the screen. Matching the beat is more important than playing well.
So, we need to just keep the beat.
Right. When each note gets to the left side of the screen and hits the light, the corresponding instrument needs to play a sound. Perhaps it's not as difficult as it looks.
We need to rehearse before tonight's concert.
Alright, baby. Time to decide who's in charge of which instrument.
The announcer sounded pretty excited.
We each had to pick an instrument then. Looks like there's a guitar, a bass, drums, and a keyboard.
What? There's no singing? Of course he'd be upset. He's a singer. An actual celebrity in a hostage situation. Gosh, the news must be having a field day with this.
I'll take bass. I used to play a bit back in college.
Wait, you were in a band, Subaru?
Something wrong with that?
No, of course not. Just unexpected. Nothing wrong, per se, but it certainly was unexpected. Exactly the same word I used.
Well, I'll take guitar then. I'm pretty good at guitar-related rhythm games. I shall take the keyboard. As a child, I was enrolled in piano lessons. Perhaps now they'll finally pay dividends.
All we've got left now is the drums, but there are 3 of us. We looked at each other.
Any of you played the drums before?
All 3 of us shook our heads.
Probably best to split the drums up between you. The one in the middle is in charge of the bass drum and the toms, while the right does the floor tom and cymbal. Then the person on the left takes the snare drum and hi-hat cymbals.
Sounds complicated. I don't know what any of those are. Neither do I.
See, that all just sounded like gibberish. This isn't gonna work.
So, all I have to do is match the beat, right? And that's what you're saying?
Yes. As for who should do what, the middle person's job would likely be the hardest. Rhythm is vital for the drums. Therefore, the person who has the best sense of rhythm should be in the middle.
That would be Wakasa. Oh,
Definitely not me.
Oh, come on, you're a singer. You gotta have a good sense of rhythm.
How about testing it out and deciding afterward? Good idea. Could each of you try your hand at it?
We all nodded. What should I do? I should see how the others play. I've never even touched an instrument before, so I should see how the others play. Subaru would examine everything calmly and carefully before making a decision, so that's what I'll do. I decided to study how Wakasa and Shirabe play the drums. I see. After watching them, I'm starting to see the timing for the notes and when you're supposed to hit it. Now it's my turn. I guess that means I'm really gonna rock at it. Because I was able to watch it twice before, I think I did okay.
Not bad. You still need a lot of improvement, but I do admire that you did your research first.
And that's what I really wanted to do, impress you. Thank you. Subaru approved of my effort, even though I wasn't that great. In the end, we decided that Wakasa would take the middle position. It seemed obvious in hindsight. Of course he'd have excellent rhythm. As I said. Shirabe claimed he wouldn't be that good, but he wasn't nearly as bad as he thought. So, I guess that makes me the worst. Aww. And he still praised us anyway. What a sweetie.
Well, Toa can manage the middle just fine, but the rest...
Oh, I'll do the best I can.
Hey, everyone. Could you give me 10 minutes? I want to show her a couple things.
Subaru pulled me aside for a crash course in playing the drums.
Alright, we'll tackle this together. Take a seat.
Okay. I sat down and picked up the sticks, but as I did, Subaru reached around from behind my back and placed his hands on mine. That's just gonna make me more nervous. Oh gosh, he's so close!
Look carefully at the music and get a feel for the beat by tapping your foot to it.
Right. I watched the streaming notes and started tapping a steady rhythm.
Good job. The tempo speeds up here, so you need to concentrate.
Whoa!
Don't panic. The drums set the rhythm for the rest of the band. If you lose track of it, everything falls apart.
Got it! Before I knew it, 10 minutes had flown by.
Of course, when you got a man's arms around you like that.
Everyone moved to their respective places, and the announcer's voice rang out.
Wicked! Let's jam, dudes!
Alright, I can do this!
But first, check this. If you lose the beat more than 30 times, that gnarly weight up there is gonna drop, and you're just a bunch of grease stains. Totally metal, huh?
Ah! All of our heads whipped up to look at the ceiling. Right above us was a gigantic weight with Hogstein's face on it. Great, so we're not only gonna get smashed, but we're gonna be imprinted with his face.
Hey, that's not fair. Take a look at the screen. I'm betting that counter tracks our mistakes. Damn. Well, I guess one way or another, this will be the show of a lifetime. Here we go.
Oh! The music began before we were ready. As each note reached the left side and lit up, I beat on my section of the drums, trying my best to remember how Subaru taught me. Stay calm. Don't panic. I could see everyone straining to play along with the notes. My own palms were getting slick with nervous sweat. If the drums lose the rhythm, everyone will get off beat. I steadied myself and continued playing. Finally. I got used to it? Is it over? Is it over?
Rehearsal session completed. Yes, we did it.
Phew. We'd missed plenty of notes, but somehow we managed to keep the number under 30. But that was just rehearsal, which means we're gonna have to actually play a gig. Oh my god, I don't think my heart can take any more of this.
Whoa, man. It really takes it out of you, huh? I don't know how musicians do this. Perhaps we ought to rest for a few moments. We all appear to be greatly fatigued. I agree.
We all collapsed on the floor, unable to hold ourselves up any longer. I don't want to ever do that again. But you're gonna have to, because that was only rehearsal.
Oh, and don't forget we still need to figure out what those damn notes mean. As if we didn't have enough on our hands.
Shirabe scrubbed his hands through his hair angrily. We stayed there until we caught our breaths, then moved on to the next room. My heart still feels like it's racing.
Understandable. We could have easily died. Kota, is something wrong?
Out of the blue, Miyoshi sat down again, not looking at anyone.
We gonna get your story now?
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Just as quickly, he got back up and left the room. Alright, he's not ready to talk yet. What's going on? He's acting weird. I'm sure he'll talk in his sweet time. Oh god, do we have to dress up as animals? The next room appeared to be a dressing room. In the middle was a rack of animal suits, and I could see some fitting rooms in the back. Great. And there just happened to be 7 suits.
I hope this isn't what I think it is.
Ooh, I think it is. He sighed, and I followed his unhappy gaze to the suits.
All right, boys and girls, it's time to become animals. Put on those suits and let it all out. I knew it.
That was that then. We'd all be dressing up. There's a bear, a lion, a wolf, a bird, a squirrel, a fox, and a bunny. That's 7, so we've got 1 left over.
Presumably, the odd costume out was for Mitarashi. Still, we must determine who ought to wear what. Well, and I called dibs on the lion.
Well, don't we have to check the sizes? I'm sure they're not all one size fits all. He grinned, grabbed the lion suit, and headed off toward the fitting room. But the moment he stepped into it, there was a loud thud, and Shirabe came flying out of the doorway.
Gah!
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. The walls, they, attacked me.
Whatever had thrown Shirabe out of the room seemed to have knocked the breath out of him, too.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to tell you.
I picked out animals that match your personalities perfectly, so make sure you pick the right ones.
What? I can't even tell what all the animals are. There's a bunny. Is that me? Am I the bunny?
In other words, we have to wear what they want us to, or get kicked out.
Saki, what do you think?
Well, I guess I have to say Shirabe is probably the bear, Wakasa's the squirrel, and Mayoshi's the fox. Urabe would be the bird, maybe? I think Mitarashi would have probably been the lion.
So I'm the wolf.
I don't mean it in a bad way. It just kind of fits. So, Saki be the rabbit. Well, why don't we give it a shot? Each one of us picked up their outfit. Subaru? Everyone except him, of course.
Well, before we get excited, let's see if we're right.
What's wrong with being a wolf? It's better than being the chicken. He hefted the bear suit and headed into the fitting room. There was no thud this time. We all looked at one another, then headed into the other fitting rooms. What is the likelihood that I got all of those right on the first try? Really? After a few minutes, we were all back. Oh, that's gonna be a thumbnail. Oh my gosh, they all look so adorable. Oh, Urabe. But where's Shidou? I had a feeling that wouldn't be a welcome compliment, though, so I kept it to myself. You still need to put yours on. Everybody else has. Don't be stubborn about it. He stood completely still. Subaru?
No,
What is it?
I can't do it. I'm not going to wear something so childish.
Subaru seemed to be embarrassed. Oh man, what am I supposed to say? You have to or we can't beat this game and we're all gonna get blown up. You have to or we can't beat this game.
You're right, of course. I nearly lost sight of why we're here.
How could you possibly do that? Why did I need to remind you of that? His body relaxed a little.
We don't have time to indulge my pride.
Exactly. He pulled the wolf suit off the hook and strode gallantly to one of the dressing rooms. And... a few moments later, he stepped out, dressed as a wolf. There we go. Now the band's all together.
How do I look?
Great. You look awesome. He's trying to look cool, but I can tell he's super embarrassed. But, oh man, this is so cute. Looking good, detective. Oh, come on. None of you have any room to make fun of anybody else.
Hey, I don't like your tone.
Lay off him. He's just being honest.
Indeed, you look awfully cute.
Why'd you have to say cute? Couldn't you just say cool? Couldn't you stick with Saki's words?
Cute.
He's just gonna rip the suit off when you say things like that. His face turned bright red, and we were all laughing when the announcer began to speak again. When's he speaking?
Backyard stump completed.
Oh, that was it?
Yes.
He leapt back. He's like, let's get this off as quickly as possible. He leapt back into his fitting room before I could blink.
If we completed this stage, then that means we don't have to keep wearing these ridiculous outfits.
Are you sure? I could hear the elation in his voice, even through the fitting room door. We all grinned at each other and headed into our rooms to take off our outfits. It was that simple, huh? It would have been pretty tough to play instruments in those, 'cause it looked like they had gloved hands.
Alright, let's go.
Subaru was halfway out the door when...
Wait.
What is it? Mayoshi seemed strange. He looked down at the floor. His face was pale and sweaty.
What is it? Something wrong?
Mayoshi looked up at Subaru and swallowed.
I'm a witness.
No one said anything.
I saw the accident. The bus accident.
What? I heard there was one, but damn, never thought it'd be you. By the time I got to the case, it had been closed, so I never got a look at the police report. I never figured out who the witness was. Why didn't you come forward?
He must have some reason.
Leave him alone.
He put a firm hand on Shirabe's shoulder, then stepped toward Miyoshi.
Thanks. I'm proud of you for telling us this. I know it couldn't have been easy.
Okay, I can't make sniff and sob noises. Get a hold of yourself, Miyoshi! As Miyoshi began to cry, Subaru put an arm around his shoulders. He really didn't strike me as the kind to cry. Whoa, this is pretty big.
I was on my way home from a friend's house and it just happened right there in front of me. I was the only witness, so the police kept trying to question me, but I was only in 2nd grade. I was so scared. I couldn't say anything.
I thought he would be pretty young. He told us about how the ultimate verdict was that the bus had crashed because the driver had been suffering from some sort of medical condition.
But
what?
I saw something else. Right before the bus went over the other lane, this car with tinted windows swerved over toward it. You never told anyone? One person. The last policeman that came and visit me. But by then, the case had already been closed. It's my fault. If I just said something.
Miyoshi, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even imagine the kind of guilt that would give somebody. He's lived with that guilt for so long. No wonder he was a little strange. In a way, he's a victim of that crash too.
That makes 4 out of the 7 with some connection to this case.
Not quite. One of us volunteered, so it's really 4 out of 6.
Damn, we should have asked Mitarashi about it this morning.
Nothing we can do about that now. We need to beat this game first. Afterwards, we'll have time to talk.
Alright, you are. It's starting to look pretty unlikely that you're not mixed up in this somehow, Wakasa. If you think of anything, you make sure to tell us right away, alright?
Yeah, sure.
He nodded meekly. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
He wiped away his tears and nodded. Outside the door was a staircase that led up to a circular stage on the roof of the attraction. Yep, here's the real thing. They said practice before. I knew there was a reason. Gonna have to do it again. And we'll go ahead and take a break there, continuing on in the next video. So now we're making some progress on figuring out what was going on. Now we need to know what exactly the deal is with Mitarashi and Wakasa, and whose place I was taking this whole time. Hope to see you in the next video or some of my other ones, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.